Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy King Zags, and today we are doing the official King Zags Ultimate UFC ranking of all the UFC fighters that are currently ranked in the UFC. Now, I will do an exclaimer at the beginning of the video. Now, I'm a pretty big UFC fan, but I don't know every single fighter that's currently ranked in the UFC right now. I'm sorry to all those diehard fans out there. I'm sorry if you have a fighter that I don't know their name. I don't mean to disrespect nobody. I don't mean to disrespect you, your fighter, your culture, etc. But what I will say is if I don't know the fighter, we're just going to throw him in the F tier, all right? Enough said. So without further ado, on your boy King Zags Official, let's go right down the list. I think we got like what's 8 times 15? What's 8 times 15? Wait, what's 8 times 5? 8 times 5 is 40, right? And then 8 times 10 is 80. 80 plus 40 is 100. We have 120 white and black people, including Asians, in this list that we're about to rank. So, instead of hitting it from the back one time, like I'm not even going to say that last part. Let's just get right on in this video. Let's get it, mate. So, first off, this is the I don't know who this dude is, right? I'm just going to put him over here. But this guy's like a grappling guy, but I think I just recently saw this dude get his ass beat. So, I think I'm just going to move him into the F tier. Now, I think this is the Rakic guy. I can't really see. I'm not too quite sure. But Rakic, that dude's got hands. You know, he's a good fighter. I'm not quite sure where he's ranked right now. I'm sure he's ranked around some of the top 10 in the heavyweight division. So, in terms of the ranked UFC fighters, I'm probably gonna put him in like the C to D tier. I'll put him at the C. We'll see how it goes. So boom, right off the bat, we got Alex Poatan, the Broton. I got the sound right here, as you guys can tell. But because Alex Pereira is is one of the best kickboxers, perhaps maybe the best kickboxer in the UFC, he should be in the S tier. He's a 2 division champion, soon to be 3 division champion. But because of his grappling, I think we're gonna have to put him in the A tier. I think that's pretty fair. Obviously, his striking's S tier, but because of the grappling, until he reaches the 3 divisions, I think we're going to put him in A tier. Now, I can't tell who this guy is right off the bat, so I'm just going to go right past it. It kind of looks like Pantoja, but I'm pretty sure that's not Pantoja. And Alexander Volkanovski, bro, if you watch the way this guy fights, he's an S tier fighter. It's not even any way, just the way he moves, his power, his ground game, the strength he has, his pose in the octagon, and he's got one of the best walkouts in the entire UFC. So, we got to put Alexander Volkanovski in the S tier. Anybody that disagrees, you do not know fighting. So, wait a second. I forget this dude's name off the top of my head. He's the 6'7" guy. Volkov. This is Alexander Volkov, dude. Alexander Volkov, dude. He should be like A tier. He should be like A. He's like B plus. He's got hands. He's got great grappling. He creates a massive problem for everyone on the feet with his reach. But in terms of the ranked fighters, I think he's he's probably like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the heavyweight division. I think we'll put him in the B tier for now. He would definitely whoop this dude Alexander Volkov. Wait, no, I think I said these two dudes were the same name, but I think that this is pretty good for the start of it. And here we got Alexandre Pantoja, dude. Alexandre Pantoja, his grappling ability and his striking ability. I personally am going to put Alexandre Pantoja in the superstar tier. I think that Pantoja has... I think I'm saying his name wrong, but let's just say Alex Pantoja. I think Pantoja has the most smothering ground attack in UFC history. I think he smothers his opponents worse than arguably Khabib. Because Khabib would ground and pound his opponents, but Alexandre Pantoja will lay on top of you and you will not stand up 5 rounds in a row. So I'm going to put Alexandre Pantoja, even though he just hurt and lost to Joshua Van, I'm throwing him in the S tier still. Which brings us on to Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling, dude, he's taken a couple tough losses. He's definitely more in like the A tier, but like when you just think of everyone that's currently ranked right now, he's more of like a B plus. I think he's right around the same as a Volkov. I think he's right around the same talent level as Volkov. I think that Aljamain Sterling might have a little more talent than Volkov, but I mean, everyone that's in the lower weight divisions have a little bit more talent than the people above. So, Alonzo Meanfield, I know this dude's good. I really don't know too much about him. So, out of respect, I'm not going to put him in F. I'll put him in D. I'm sure he is nasty. I'm sure he's got good hands. I just really don't know much about Meanfield, so I'm going to put him in the D. All right, I don't know who this dude is. This brings us to Fluffy Hernandez, bro. That dude kind of looks like Nate Diaz. I don't know why. It's definitely not Nate Diaz. So Fluffy Hernandez, dude, guy's got a smothering ground attack. He's got decent hands on the feet. I think once he fights Sean Strickland, we'll really be able to see where he's at. I'm thinking this dude's like a B minus, but dude, we'll put him at the top of the C. Fluffy Hernandez, dude. We'll see how he does as it goes on. Yeah. Which brings us to Arman Tsarukyan, dude. Not even a question, dude. He's a few fights away from being an S tier fighter, but right now we're gonna put him in the A. We're gonna put him in the A tier list. I'm doing a video, which brings us to Arnold Allen, dude, who's been showing out. He's been showing out on the channel. That boy, I think I'm gonna put him at like not even on the channel, dude. He's been showing out. He's taking some good wins. I'll put him at the back of like. I'll put him at the back of the B tier. I think that's a good spot for Arnold Allen. Dude, I know this dude. He's like that. He's in a super light. I've never seen this dude fight, but I'm very familiar with him, so I'll put him in the D tier. I don't know who this dude is. Which brings us to Belal Muhammad, dude. Belal Muhammad, dude. So everyone shits on this dude's hands, bro, right? It's actually free. I'm not gonna lie. It is absolutely freezing in this basement right now, dude. My basement is so cold right now, like you guys wouldn't even believe. I gotta throw on this sweatshirt right now, but hey. So, we got Belal Muhammad, the dude with the Canelo hands, the self-proclaimed Canelo hands. And I'm not gonna lie, his striking's gotten a lot better, and people really shit on Belal Muhammad, but I think this dude's a great fighter. I wouldn't quite put him in the S tier, but I think that I will put him on like the Arman Tsarukyan level. I think I'm gonna put him like right around here. I would love to see, dude, what do we put him above? I'll put him above Arman Tsarukyan right here. I think these dudes are right at the same level, but dude, when I'm seeing both of these guys and Alex Pereira, I low-key like, I don't know. You know, we'll keep Pereira at the top. I think this is good for now. I think this is a good list we're building out so far. Beneil Dariush. I think I'm saying this dude's name wrong. He's a great fighter, you know what I mean? I just don't think that he's anything special, you know what I mean? Maybe he was a lot better back in the day and I'm just tuning into him at the end of his career. So, out of respect, I'll put him in like the C tier. I think he's a C tier. I think that he's not as good as Fluffy Hernandez. I don't think he's as good as Rakic. But yeah, I think maybe I'll put him. Alonzo Meanfield could be a beast, dude. This dude kind of looks like. I think this is good. I'll put him over here. Yeah, I like this, bro. I like this. Like, he's good. I respect this guy a lot. I don't want him to take offense to this if he ever sees this video. But yeah, I think this is a good spot for him, dude. Which brings us to BSD, dude. But I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name off the top of my head, but this dude's great. He's got some of the best. This dude probably has like top 5 nastiest ground striking in the entire UFC. Literally behind like John Jones, Khamzat Chimaev, and dude, he's probably like 3 or 4. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm gonna put BSD. I'm gonna put BSD like. I'm going to put him in like the Arnold Allen. I'll put him right above. Dude, Arnold, you see, here's the thing. This is where it's getting tough now. Because Arnold Allen looked really good in his last fight. And you're only as good as your last fight. But BSD has looked good for a long time. So I think I'm going to put BSD right above him. Just because of how long he's been good for. But dude, Arnold Allen looked absolutely exceptional in his last fight. This dude looks like Anthony Smith, but it's definitely not. Wait a second, I think this dude, I might have got confused with this guy too. But I don't think that, I don't know who that guy is, so I'm going to put him over here as well. Brian Ortega. He's a great fighter, dude. He's got a lot of my respect, but he's been through a lot of wars, dude. He's definitely on the back half of his career. I'm going to put this dude in like a C tier. I'll put him at the top of the C tier fighters, bro. Brian Ortega, legend of the sport, bro. Shout out to Brian Ortega. Now, I don't know this dude's name, but I've seen him fight, and he's definitely a good fighter. I haven't seen enough of him to put him in the C tier list, but I'll put him at the top of the D tier list. I forget that dude's name too. I don't know who this guy is. Which brings us to Khalil Barao. I'm shanking these dudes' names. Kyle Barata. Great ground game, exceptional striking, great knowledge for the game, great cardio, tough as nails. Dude, I might put this dude like he's upper B tier. I think this is a good spot for him right here. I'll put him I'll put him right here for now. I think this is a good spot for him. Yeah. Carlos Prates, another fighting nerd. We have the two fighting nerds back to back, like Jordan 96, 97. I think that we'll put these dudes right next to each other because they're great fighters. They all have like the last two, Barao and Prates, got A tier potential. But dude, Prates, I think I'll put Prates in the B at the back of the B tier. I'll put him like this. BSD might be in between these guys. I might put BSD in front of both of these guys. But yeah, you know what? I like this right now. I like how this is turning out a lot. Wait a second, dude. Why am I forgetting this dude's name at the top of my head? This dude is unbelievable. This guy belongs like Carlos Ulberg. That's his name. Yeah, Carlos Ulberg, dude. He belongs at like. Carlos Ulberg belongs right there. I think Carlos Ulberg belongs right there. I think that's pretty fair to say. I think he might be slightly better than BSD. Like, I think, dude, let me know down below. Let me know if you guys make it timestamp right now and let me know what you guys are thinking about my list so far. I think it's looking pretty good. I know that some of these guys down below, you guys might know, especially this dude. You might be like, oh, this guy's a jiu-jitsu master or something like that. But yeah, I'm doing my best with this list. You know what I mean? I don't know who this guy is. Charles Oliveira, absolute legend of the sport. You got to put him A tier. But I'm going to be completely honest. This is so tough. Like, I really like Charles Oliveira, but if we're all being completely honest, everyone loves Charles Oliveira, right? That's a no-brainer. He's a great fighter, exceptional fighter. You could put him S tier on any list. You could put him A tier on any list. You can't put him B tier. Or if you put him B tier, you put him here. But what I will say is I'm going to put him... You know what? I'm gonna mix up my A tier list now. I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna base the rest of this video based off of their potential to be the greatest fighter of all time, or their potential to like do the most in the division that they've ever seen. So, or based off what they've already done. So, I really think that Arman Tsarukyan has the most potential out of any one of these four to be like one of the best of all time. That might be a little controversial because there's some big names over here. But I think that I'm going to put Charles Oliveira here as well. I think that I'm going to start it like this, and then we'll move on to Pereira and here. Just because I feel like that if you look at these two guys over here, if you look at Pereira and Belal, they're essentially the same, except one's like a striker, one's a grappler. But if you look at Charles Oliveira and Arman, they are both just as good on the feet as they are on the ground. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can switch them around. All of these guys pretty much like the first people here, not really the first people here, but any of these guys are really like you could interchangeable pretty much. But I'm really high on Arman Tsarukyan. I think he's going to be great. And yeah, I'm liking how this list is turning out so far. So, Ciryl Gane. Now, Ciryl Gane is, how do we put this? He's definitely one of the best fighters in the division. He definitely could pass he's definitely not in the B tier. He's definitely not in the B tier. Do we put him in the A tier? Like, Ciryl Gane's been waxing people. I'm going to put Ciryl Gane right here. I think Ciryl Gane's better than Volkov. I think he's better than Ulberg. I think that he's less skilled for his division than Aljamain Sterling was. I think he's less skilled than these people up here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because I'm doing this like a snake. We have our S tier, then it goes down to here. And if like you're like obviously this dude could be here, but I'm just gonna put him. I think it's more respectable to put him at the top of the B. I think that's a fair spot for him. Colby Covington. Now, I absolutely love Colby Covington, and he hasn't really performed in his UFC career, but he is the only people that Colby Covington fights. The only people he fight are like top contenders. They're not Super Bowl. They're UFC champions. So I'm gonna put Colby Covington I'll put him at the top of the C tier fighters. Yeah. And then Cody Sandhagen. Cody Sandhagen, once again, I think that he's a great fighter. I think he's definitely in that Arnold Allen range, but he did not look that good against Merab. So you're only as good as your last fight, and I'll put him right above Fluffy Hernandez. Dude, do we put him above Brian Ortega? I'm not gonna. I think we put him above Brian Ortega, and I'll move Fluffy Hernandez above Brian Ortega too. Do we? Do we put Brian Ortega above Fluffy Hernandez? We'll see how he does. We'll see how Fluffy Hernandez does against Strickland. I think that'll be the determining factor. And I'll put Alonzo Meanfield at the top of my list, and I'll put BSD and this guy above the list because I don't know this dude. Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades is a great fighter. Held the championship belt at one time, but he's been struggling towards the end of his career. Great fighter though. I'll put him in the B tier above Arnold Allen. I'll put him in the B tier below Arnold Allen. Dude, I don't know, dude. This is tough. He touched gold, dude. He touched gold. I think that's a fair spot for him. I'll leave him right there. Dan the Hangman Hooker, dude. Been a stud, but he's just a warrior. He's been on his way out, I would say. He's looking good towards the end of his career, but once they started to give this guy some tough fights, it's just like hasn't really been good for his career. Everyone loves Dan Hooker. Everyone loves the way he fights, but dude, if we're talking about like potential to be the best in the UFC, best in your division, I don't really know where to put him compared to all these other guys. I feel like he's not really a C tier fighter, but I feel like Colby Covington's done more than him at this list. I don't really think that Dan Hooker belongs above any of these names up here. I feel like Dan Hooker's a B tier fighter, but just of how like we're trying to be really like strict with our S and A tier fighters. So I think out of respect, we'll put Dan Hooker in front of Brian Ortega. Front of Fluffy Hernandez, behind. Yeah, this is good. This is pretty good. Dan, the Hitman Ige. So just because of his toughness, I'm going to put him at the top of the D tier, dude. Just because this dude's a dog. Absolute dog. taking fights on a one. Like, literally, the UFC will call Dan Ige on the day of a fight. They'll be like, yeah, we had an injury. We need you to fight tonight. We'll fly you out here. You ready to fight? Boom. Showed up and won. And I actually think he lost the fight, but this dude still showed up and fight. This is the Hernandez guy. I played with him in UFC. I know he's got hands. I don't mean to disrespect him. I just haven't seen him fight yet. I'm gonna put him over here. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. And it brings us to Devison Figueiredo. I don't know who this guy is either. Wait a second. I do know who this guy is. I'm gonna put him in the D tier. I'm gonna put him upward in the D tier. All right, word. But it brings us to Figgy. Figueiredo is a beast, dude. Super talented. He's taken a few losses. I'm going to put Figueiredo B tier. I'm going to put him right here. This is good. Well, also another person who's touched gold. I think he belongs above these names over here. Dude, do we move Figueiredo up the list? I think so. Do we move him here? Dude. I think Olberg has got more potential. I think we put Figueiredo right here. I think we put Figueiredo right there. What do you guys think about that? I'm happy with that. Derek Lewis. All right, now let's not get fooled here, guys. Let's be a professional, right? Everyone loves Derek Lewis. He's probably he's probably your favorite fighter if you're watching this video right now. Most likely. Maybe not. But he's taken some losses. He's gotten some really good wins. I think that we'll throw him at the back of... He's obviously an S tier fighter. Let's call a spade here, chat. He's an S tier fighter. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. I like it, dude. We're throwing Derek Lewis S tier. I don't even care, bro. We're throwing Derek Lewis S tier. All right? Because he's an entertaining fighter. This dude throws hands. Maybe we'll throw him... You know what? We're not going to throw him S tier. We'll throw him at the back... We'll throw him at the back of the A tier fighters, all right? We'll throw him at the back of the A tier fighters, okay? Dude, are we ruining the integrity, chat? Are we ruining the integrity of this? Are we ruining our integrity? I think we're ruining our integrity with this right here. I'll put him at the back of the sea, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're ruining our integrity with this, bro. I love Derek Lewis, but dude, he's an S tier in terms of entertaining, but dude, I don't think this dude's gonna touch gold again for his career. Or I don't think he will, period. So, Diego Lopez, dude, here's where the controversy starts. Now, Diego Lopez is a beast, but dude, I really don't think that Diego Lopez, like, this is where I see Diego Lopez. I see Diego Lopez right here. I know that there's a lot of controversy on that. Dude, I just feel like that he's just too sloppy of a striker. Yeah, he's aggressive. Yeah, he's got speed. Yeah, he's got great grappling. I feel like he's good everywhere, but he's not great. Like, Arman Tsarukyan, like, compare these two. Compare Arman and compare these two. Like, when you're talking about the dude at the top of the A tier, if you want to put him up here, he just doesn't belong. Diego Lopez does not belong up here with Arman Tsarukyan, Charles Oliveira, Alex Pereira, Bilal Muhammad. He doesn't belong up here. Aljamain Sterling's touch gold. Cyril Gane is touch gold, I think. Wait, did he? Did they give him the belt after the disqualification? I don't know. Whatever. I don't even care off the top of my head. I think I'm going to put him above BSD. I think I'm going to put him right here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him. I'm liking that. Which brings us to Dricus du Plessis. Definitely putting Dricus du Plessis in the A tier. I think his potential is crazy. Do we put him? I think we put him. We'll put him. We'll see what he does. But Dricus du Plessis, before his last fight against Hamzat, he was literally arguably pound for pound. He was arguably pound for pound. Everyone's forgetting that. I think that this is really good right here. These two are very similar in terms of like skills for their division. Aljo and Dricus du Plessis. They don't fight similarly, but I think that they're like equivalently like skilled match. Like Aljamain Sterling, nobody thought this dude was gonna lose his belt, right? And that's what the same thing was with Dricus du Plessis. People assumed that like, oh yeah, grappler could come in. Oh, you could. It could have been like Hamzat Chimaev get him, which he did. But dude, Dricus du Plessis, if he won that fight, I don't think anyone would have beaten him. Wait a second. This is the dude. I think this dude's ranked number 15 in the lightweight division. I think this dude's really, really good. He's got a lot of potential. I don't know this dude's name off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. I'll put him right behind Meanfield. I don't disrespect. This is a good list of D tier fighters, bro. So don't think that like they're actually bad. Any of these guys, they're just compared to these dudes up here. They are not those guys. All right. This dude, never heard of him, bro. 3-day contract UFC fighter. Geoff Neal, absolute beast. Hung. He's definitely like a upper D, lower C. Geoff Neal, I'll put him right here. I'll put Geoff Neal at the back of our C tier fighters. I think that's a good spot for him. Gilbert Burns, dude. Gilbert Burns, definitely a B tier fighter. Yeah, I'll put Gilbert Burns right over here. This is a great spot for him. Does he go below Colby Covington and Cody Sandhagen? Gilbert Burns, dude. I'm going to put him right here. I'm going to put Gilbert Burns right here. I know he fought great against Hamzat, but yeah. I think that's a good spot for him. Gregory Rodriguez. Here's where the personal bias starts to come in, bro. Nope, I'm just kidding. I'm not putting him S tier. I think I'm going to put him... Gregory Rodriguez. I think I'm going to put him... here. Let's move that dude to the back. I think we're going to put him here. I think him and Geoff Neal are in the same category. I'm going to bump this dude down just looking at these names. I'm just going to bump this dude down to here. Okay, this is the list is looking decent. Ian Gary, all right. Ian Gary, I'm not really the biggest fan of him as a, but he's like, let's not be biased here, right? Let's try not to be biased with this. He's a great fighter. He's probably somewhere like over here from how he's been fighting. I'm going to put Ian Gary at the top of our B tier, bro. I'm going to put Ian Gary at the top of the B tier. He's really got a ton of potential, dude. Yeah, dude, I got nothing to say against him as a fighter, bro. I respect Ian Gary a lot. Not really for like the stuff in his personal life, but as a fighter, I got nothing but the utmost respect for that dude. All right, boom. Ilia Topuria, bro. Right to the top of that list, dude. Right to the top of that list. Need I say more? Islam Makhachev, right to the top of that list. Need I say more? Like, enough said right there. Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya, dude. He's an A-tier fighter. He's an A-tier fighter. No doubt about it. No doubt about it in my mind. But he is a better mixed martial artist than... Is he a better mixed martial artist than Pereira? I think just for this list, I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's fine. JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, he's a great fighter. Kind of got exposed by Dricus Du Plessis. Let's think, somewhere around here, JDM. Maybe a little more up. Jack Della Maddalena right here. Does that work? Something like that? This dude. Now, I know this guy just got cut from the UFC, so let's just put him in the F tier. If you guys did want to know where I would rank him, I would probably put him somewhere like here. I'd probably put him here. Jailton Almeida. That's not a bad... I'll keep him. That's actually not a bad spot. That's really not a bad spot for him. I might move him like... Maybe like this. Nah. That's actually a good spot for Jailton Almeida. I'll leave him in there. Or because he's out of the UFC, I'm going to take him out, but that's where I would have put him. Jamal Hill. Jamal No Love Hill. This dude has easily the worst tattoos in the UFC, but... Let me see. Do we put him B tier? Yo, come over here. Let's put him behind Curtis Blades. All right, so we're halfway through this video. I'm gonna let my brother look over the list right now. What are you thinking?
I'm good.
He's not gonna look over the list. He just told me to go fuck myself. All right, let me lock in. So we got the Polish Power. Up here, huh? Dude, the Polish Power. Is he better than Jamal Hill? Is he better than Jamal Hill? All right, hold on. We need to redo this because he touched gold. So Jamal Hill, we need to put Jamal Hill right here. We need to put Jamal Hill right there, and I think that's a good spot for him. No. I forget this dude's name off the top of my head. It's a Polish Power. Do we put him here? Yes, bro. Right there is a perfect spot for him. Okay. Wait a second. Why don't I know this dude's name? I know this dude's a good fighter. Wait a second. Is that Jared Cannonier? Okay, this is Jared Cannonier. All right. Where are we putting Cannonier? Jared Cannonier. He's got hands. He's been through some wars. I think he lost to Gregory Rodriguez. I'm gonna put. I like him a lot, dude. He was an Alaskan trucker. I'm gonna put him at the back of our C tier, bro. In terms of entertaining fighters, he's definitely like an A tier fighter. But yeah, him and Greg, dude, this list right here, this is what I like to see, bro. These are some dogs, bro. Our C tier fighter list are absolute dogs right here. This is what I love to see, bro. We got some beasts over here. Okay. Gene Silva. Dude, Gene Silva. Now, we gotta throw him, first of all, we gotta put him in the B tier. Now, where in the B tier is the question? Where does he rank amongst the fighting nerds? He's probably better than Arnold Allen. I'll put him above these two. So is he better than Prates? I think he's better than Prates, Gene Silva. Is he better than Brau? I think he is better than Brau too. So is he better than JDM? Polish Power. And I think we land at something like... I think we land somewhere like here. Something like this. I think this is where we get. Then it brings us to Yuri, dude. It brings us to Yuri Prohaska. Now. Now, Now let's just be honest here. I want to put him here. I want to put Yuri right here. I really do. But is he more accomplished than Aljamain Sterling? Is Yuri Prohaska more accomplished than Aljamain Sterling? Let me put Yuri at the top of our B tier. Do we? Dude, I still like Aljo over Yuri. I'm not. Am I putting personal bias into this? I think Aljamain Sterling's got better grappling than Yuri. Yuri might be a better striker on the feet with his switch stance approach. Dude, but people just forget how good Aljamain Sterling was, dude. People just forget how good that dude was. I'm serious. Like how big he was for that weight class too is people like that's yeah. I think this is a good spot. I think this is, dude, this is a really, really good list. Do we put, like, you could even put Ian Gary, maybe. No. All right, let's chill out. Let's calm down, chat. Let's calm down. So, Jawan Buckley. So, he's definitely not a C tier fighter. We'll put him, he's honestly, dude, Jawan Buckley, this is a decent spot for him. I think I like here, he's probably the Fighting Nerds, JDM. Yeah. Jawan Buckley might be over here, though. Yeah, that's good. So, here we go. Now, this is where it'll get a little interesting because the Polish Power is ranked high. I don't know where you want to put this dude right here, Joe Pyfer. I think that in terms of potential, he's got a lot of potential, but he's just shown us a lot of crazy knockouts. He hasn't really shown us much against exceptional competition. So, because of his potential, I'm going to put him at the top of our C tier fighter list. Let's look at all these other fighters. Does he have more potential than these guys? Joff Neal, yes. Jared Cannonier, yes. Gregory Rodriguez, yes. Derek Lewis. Fluffy Hernandez got some potential in this division, but we need to see how he does against Sean Strickland. He's on his way out. Put up a great fight. He's an exceptional fighter. I got nothing bad to say against him. Had a lot of tough fights. Dude, this is good. Sandhagen's good. Yeah. I like this dude. You can flip these dudes around, but I like that. Johnny Walker is great, dude. He's a great fighter. He's had a lot of tough. I think he's definitely more in like the C tier range though, in terms of all the ranked fighters. Do we put him behind? I'll put him above Joff Neal. Do we put him above Gregory Rodriguez? I think so. Do we put him above Derek Lewis? Probably. Yeah. I think this is good. And then Joshua Emmett. Josh Emmett, dude, been showing out towards the later part of his career. I'm gonna put him on a Gilbert Burns level. Dude, maybe not, dude. I think he's definitely on like a Johnny Walker level. They're definitely two way different fighters, but I think this is a good spot for him. I think this is a good spot for that boy Josh Emmett. Maybe we'll put him right above Johnny Walker. And Joshua Van, dude, holding a belt, but dude, still youngest UFC champion. I think we still have to put him in the B tier fighter list. I think we have to put him in the B tier fighter list. I'm gonna put him right behind Yuri. Dude. He's the champ, bro. You can't put him behind Ciryl Gane. You can't put him behind Ian Gary. Dude, most of these guys up here, I'm pretty sure all of these guys except for Arman have touched gold. So I think we're gonna have to put Joshua Van right there. We'll see how his next fight goes. He beat Pantoja, dude. Say what you want, dude. He caught that dude's kick, dumped him, and then the dude broke his arm, dude. If he didn't dump that kick, dude wouldn't have broke his arm. He probably would have got mauled on the ground, but he didn't. So the champ, Justin Gaethje, bro. Justin, the highlight, Gaethje. Do we put him A tier? Or do we put him at the top of the B tier? We'll put him at the A tier. We'll put him right behind Israel the last. Dude, we'll put him above Izzy, dude. We're putting him above Izzy. Put him above DDP. Yeah, I think we'll leave him behind Bilal. I think Bilal, underestimated. I think Bilal's great. I think Justin Gaethje is a bigger name. But I think that Bilal's done more. Actually, dude, Justin Gaethje's fought in some dogs, dude. I think this is fine. I think you could put him anywhere, but that's where I'm going to go. Kamaru Usman, I'm going to put Kamaru Usman right behind Justin Gaethje, in front of DDP, in front of Izzy. Dude, do we put Usman in front of... I don't know. I think we're... Dude, yo, who's better, Usman or Gaethje? I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna put Gaethje Usman. Brings us to Manuel Cape. Manuel Cape's a beast. I think he's definitely like he might be a B tier fighter, honestly. I think he's on the same level as like Arnold Allen. I don't think he's as good as Curtis Blades. I think we gotta put Curtis Blades. Nah, I like this. I like this. Manuel Cape, is he better than... Alright, yeah, this is good. Dude, I don't know. I think Manuel Cape's a B tier fighter. I think Manuel Cape's a B tier fighter. I don't know who this dude is. Khalil Roundtree? Uh-oh. He's definitely a B tier fighter as well. Let's move him up. He's definitely on Manuel Cape's levels. Never touched gold. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna put Curtis Blades above Arnold Allen too. Hamzat Chimaev, dude, we're putting him S tier. Where does he rank? Above behind Pan? Yeah. We'll put him at the back of the S tier for now. Dude, just straight off of how he beat up DDP. I'm not gonna lie, that single fight put him in S tier for me. I don't know him. Actually, dude, this guy fought pretty decent in his last fight. I'm gonna put him like D tier. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put this dude behind, like, darn, I'll put him over here. I don't know that guy's name, though. That dude's, like, he runs around the ring. Oh, I see. We got some good names up next, boys. All right, here we go. Leon Edwards, dude. We got Leon Edwards over here. I think I'm going to put Leon Edwards in a, Oh, wow. I need to see where I'm going now. We're moving around too many names whenever we start swinging it like this. We got Leon Rocky Edwards, dude. We should put Leon Edwards in the, we should put him in the A tier, I think. We got to put Leon in... We'll put him at the top of the B tier. Or we put him at the back of the A tier. Do we put him at the back of the A tier? He's probably more skilled than Yuri. He's probably equally as skilled as Aljo. He's probably a better striker, less good grappler. I think that I think this is a good spot for him. I think this is a good spot, like, in terms of, like, the list. Even if these three guys could all be in the A tier. I'm not gonna lie. These three could all be in A tier. But I'm just doing a hard ranking. We're really putting value on the S tier. Lerone Murphy, definitely got to put this dude... top of the B, dude. Top of the B. I'm gonna put his potential above Joshua Van, dude. I'm gonna put his potential above Joshua Van. I don't know this guy. But he looks like he can fight. I'm gonna throw him in the D tier. Whew! And it brings us, dude. What is this guy's name? Magomedov. Do we put him here? No. We'll put him in front of Yuri. We'll put him in front of Yuri behind Leon Edwards. Oh, dude, this is a good looking list, dude. This is a really good looking list, boys. I've never heard of this guy. This dude, he's good. I'm putting him up at the top of the D. I'll put him at the top of the D list. Maybe I'll put him behind Dan Ige because this dude doesn't take fights on a one-day notice. Batista, dude, I'm putting him in the D tier. I'm putting Batista in the D tier, dude. Since after that dude held, I'll put him at the top of the D tier, though. Marlon Vera, Cheeto Vera. I'm going to put Cheeto in the... I'm going to put Cheeto at the top of the C tier. Cheeto at the top of the C tier. We put him in the B tier. We can put him at the back of the T. I'm going to keep him at the top of the C tier. Wait, why do I not know this guy? That's kind of weird. I feel like I should know this guy. Whatever. Fluffy Hernandez. Dude, this guy's got potential, dude. This guy's got some real potential. Where's the fighting nerds at? I think we'll put him at the, we'll put him... He's got, like, some Manuel Cape potential. I'm going to move Arnold Allen to the back of this list now. Move Arnold Allen to the back of that list. Okay. Now, Max Blessed Holloway, dude. I think we got to put him, the BMF champion, dude. Max Holloway A tier. He's taken a lot of losses. He fights great competition. I'm putting him at the top of the B tier. Do we? Like, if you're going to put Izzy... He just beat Justin Gaethje. Who did he fight in his last fight? Who's Max Holloway gonna fight, dude? I'm trying to think. Max Holloway. Do we put him A or B? I feel like everyone's gonna get mad if I put him in the B tier, so I'm gonna put him at the back of the A tier, Max Holloway. Maybe we put him in front of Izzy. Marab, dude. Marab, I think we should put him at the top. I think we gotta put him S tier. I think we gotta put Marab S tier. I feel like that's just enough said. D tier, dude. Is Michael Chandler? I think Michael Chandler could be like C tier. I think Michael Chandler's probably C tier fighter. Great fighter. I think we got him at the end of his career, but Michael Morales definitely like dude, this is tough. He's probably our last B tier fighter. You could even put him above dude, Arnold Allen's pretty good. I'll put him above Arnold Allen. Yeah. MVP. MVP. Here's where the personal bias comes in, my boys. All right. Definitely a B tier fighter. You could find, I guess, yeah, I don't think you could put him A. Yep. Uh, hmm. Okay. I like this for MVP right here. I like MVP right here. I'll put him behind Fluffy. Put him here. Yeah. I think we got to put him there. I think it's fair. I think it's a good spot. I don't know this guy. Don't know this guy. Brandon Moreno, could be an A tier fighter. I think I'll put him on like a. I think I'll put him right here. I think I'll put Moreno up here. I'm gonna put Brandon Moreno right here. I think that's fair. I think that's a good spot. Mozarf, Ilovov. Yep. Oh, dude, I know this guy. I'm not gonna spend the time to figure this shit out, dude. Patty the Batty. B tier. Where are we throwing Patty? Where are we throwing Patty, chat? Are we throwing him on like a Khalil Roundtree level? I think that's a good spot. Like a Curtis Blades level. That's disrespectful to Patty. I mean, to Curtis Blades. Yeah. Yes, sir. Wait a second. This dude looks like Dan Ige too. That's not Dan Ige though. I don't know. Whatever. Paulo Costa, dude. Paulo Costa's got to be our C. He's got to be our second or third best C tier fighter. Honestly, dude. Honestly, Peyton Talbot. I'm gonna throw this dude at the back of the beat. I'm gonna throw him C tier. I'm gonna put him behind Joe Pyfer. Put him behind. Here we go. I'm gonna put him right there. I think he's C tier as of right now. Peter Yan, dude. Peter Yan's A tier. Peter Yan's A tier. I like that right here. Yeah, that's a good spot for Peter Yan currently right now. All right, Fiziev, dude. He's taken some tough losses. He's had tough fights. Fiziev's definitely B tier. You see, he has the skills to be like, dude. Fiziev has the skills to be in the top row. He has the skills to be in the top row. He just hasn't been winning fights, so I'm gonna keep him right here. Dude, this guy. Oh, what's this dude? He's got a bunch of D's in his name. I can't even think of his name off the top of my head. We've been through so many people. Where's he gonna go? Oh, RDR. I meant to say Renier de Ritter. Renier de Ritter. RDR goes here. Yep, that's good. That's good stuff right there. I'm gonna put him right above Pimblett. Which brings us on to more money, more problems. Money Moicano. He's got probably top 5 nastiest ground attack, ground and pound in the UFC. He's on like a Joff Neal level. I think that's a good spot. We'll put him at the back of our C tier fighters. Money Moicano. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a great spot for him. Nope. No name. 3-day contract UFC fighter. Robert Whitaker. Robert the Reaper Whitaker. Dude, he's like B to C tier. B to C tier. He's held gold, I'm pretty sure. He's above Fiziev, above him, above Mozarf. I'm gonna put him right here. Robert Whitaker. I'm gonna put him behind MVP just because MVP's got more potential, I think. Roy Val. Roy Val's on like a Moreno level. They're like right here. I'm gonna put them both above Lerone Murphy. Up until Lerone Murphy's next fight. I think all 3 of these guys got more potential than Joshua Van. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Sean Brady. Sean Brady's stud. You got to put him B tier. Where in the B tier? I'm not quite sure. He could be on like here. He could be like right around here. He could be at the end. We'll put him above Fiziev. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That works with me. Sean O'Malley. Dude, Sean O'Malley's got hands, bro. Dude, I'm putting Sean O'Malley. Dude, he beat Aljo. He beat Aljo. I'm putting Sean O'Malley. I'm putting Sean O'Malley at the top of our A-tier fighters. People underestimate Sean O'Malley's striking. They think that it's just a facade. This dude is not a facade. This dude is not just a striker. This dude is a true mixed martial artist, and he is one of the most elite assassins on earth for his weight division, pound for pound. That's my statement. I stand on it. Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland, dude, definitely could pass as a A-tier fighter. Doesn't really get taken down much. I'll put him above Fiziev. Put him around Sean Brady. Dude, I feel like Sean Brady needs to be moved up more. I think Sean Brady needs to be like right here. I think Sean Strickland also needs to be around here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for them. Yeah. Dude, who the hell is this? Dude, is that not, wait a second, is this guy not the Polish Power? Wait a second, then who's this? This is Sergey Provo. Okay, Sergey, that dude's got hands, dude. This dude's definitely an A-tier fighter, I think. But dude, when you like, he's definitely an A-tier. I guess he's a B when you look at all the names we got over here. Dude, Sergey was sparking people, dude. Sergey was absolutely sparking people. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right here. I guess. Figueiredo's more accomplished, dude. Yeah, I'll put Figueiredo above him. Okay, word. This guy, okay, I'll put him in D tier. I actually know him though, so I'm gonna put him up here. Is this the? I think I thought this dude was someone else, and I already put him up here. I think I thought that guy. I think I thought this guy was this guy. All right, so Song Yadong, boom, behind Fiziev. Beautiful. Is he above Cheeto? Yeah, I think Song Yadong's above Cheeto. Now, what's this guy? This guy kind of... Steve Erceg? Steve Erceg's a beast. I'll put Steve Erceg at the, C tier. Dude, I'll put him behind Batista. D tier. I don't know this guy. This guy's Sahid, I think. Where's he gonna go? I'll put him right here. Yeah? Yeah. Dude, I don't know these people at the bottom. I don't know this guy. Oh, is this the dude that they took from Japan? What's his name? I'll put him dude, he was nice. I don't know. We haven't really seen him much in the UFC. I'll put him D tier behind Mario Batista. I'll put him on like Mario Batista, Steve Erceg level. Tua Tativasa. All right, no, that's not. This is the 6'8" guy. 6'8" guy's got crazy potential, dude. Got crazy potential in the UFC. I don't think I'm gonna put him above. I think I'll put this dude at like the Johnny Walker level. I don't know this guy. Tom Aspinall, you gotta put him S tier. Who knows what he's gonna do? I mean, dude, from what he's shown, he's gotta be above Hamzat. Then we go to Umar Nurmagomedov, dude. Umar's gotta be here. Umar's gotta be at the back of the A tier list. He's got crazy potential, bro. Umar is up there, dude. I'm excited to see what he does with his career. This guy. Oh, this is the guy that this is Johnny Walker's brother, I think. The dude that does the leg locks. I think I'm going to put him at the back of the C tier. We'll see what he does. He's on a crazy win streak, dude. But I think, honestly, he's a C tier fighter. But just from these names, I'm going to throw him right here. I'm going to throw him right there. I think that's good. And I might put Batista over this guy just because he keeps winning. This guy, Oliveira, just got knocked out. I think this guy just got knocked out. I'll put him over here. I think Batista just beat him. I'll throw this dude over here, actually. Boom. I don't know this guy. Don't know this guy. Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez got crazy potential, dude. He's definitely a B tier fighter. I'm he's at the back of the B tier fighters. I'll put him above Song Yadong. I'll put him above Fiziev. Put him above Arnold Allen. Put him above Molzar. Put him above Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker touched gold. I think I'm gonna put him here. And then it comes to the dude from China, bro. The dude from China. Dude's a beast. Where do I put him, dude? I don't know. I don't know where to put this dude. I think we'll put him here. The back of it. I don't know how much he's gonna keep winning, dude. We'll see. We'll see what he does with his career, bro. I'll put him above these names. Put him right at the back. Put him right around Joffney level. He's better than Moicano. And hey, just like that, this is the tier list. Everybody, let me know down below how you guys think I did. I think that this is a really good list, bro. I like keeping Aljamain Sterling at the top of that list, dude. I think he was definitely one of the best. I think Aljamain Sterling is definitely better than these people for what he's done in his career. He's held the weight class. He also lost to Sean O'Malley, and people really think that Sean O'Malley's like, people think that this dude Sean O'Malley is just like a troll, but dude, this guy can fight. This dude can absolutely fight, and he's one of the best strikers in the UFC. Arman Tsarukyan, probably the UFC's hottest prospect outside of Ilia Topuria. And yeah, I'm really happy with this list. I'm happy with how it turned out. Let me know down below what you guys think. I'm sorry if I missed any of these people down here. Some of these names are hard to see. I mean, some of these people are hard to see. Some of the names I might not even know. I recognize a few of the faces. I recognize this dude. I recognize these two dudes. I recognize this dude. I recognize these two dudes. I recognize this guy. I know Jailton Almeida. I know this dude. And yeah. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. It is the Kid King Zags. If you guys want to see any other videos on the channel, make sure to leave a comment down below what you guys are trying to see. It is the Kid King Zags. I am out. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe.